Welcome back. Okay, now that our keyboard is quite set up, okay, let's see how we can add the word containers. For that, we are going to start with the letter container. Okay, just one letter at a time. So yeah, let's do that. Let's right click in the hierarchy and create a new empty game object. Okay, let's reset its transform because as you see now, it's really far from the origin of the game and I don't know why it's that far. So let's reset it. Perfect. Let's call it letter container. Awesome. You can focus it on the scene by going in the scene window and press F. Perfect. So it's now at the center of the word. All right. Let's add a renderer to our letter container to be able to see it actually. So let's right click on it and add a 2D object, sprite, square. Cool. This is the basis of our letter container. So let's call it renderer maybe. Yeah, that's good. After that, we need the letter. So again, let's right click on the letter container and select 3D object, text mesh pro. Awesome. Let's rename it to letter. Okay. So now, as you can see in the scene and also in the simulator, it's quite big. So we are going to diminish this size. Okay. So in the rect transform settings in the inspector, let's reduce the width and the height of our letter. So now you can see that, now you can see that the container is as big as our square, as big as our letter container. That's exactly what we want. And maybe a bit smaller actually. So maybe 0.9.9. Perfect. Let's now check the auto size box in the text mesh pro component so that the text resizes automatically to the letter container. So now it's still a bit bigger because the minimum size is actually 18. So let's set it to 1. Perfect. We can also change the color of the text to be able to see it better. And now we don't see it. Why? Even though it's black actually. It's because the renderer is on front of it. It's like rendered after it, if you wish. So let's change that. In the extra settings of the text mesh pro component, like so, click it. There is an option called order in layer. So to be able to see the text before the renderer, let's just increase this value to 1. You could also reduce the value of the renderer, like minus something. Now you can see if you set it to 2, it's rendered in front of the text again. So let's set it back to 0. Okay, perfect. Let's change our letter text to something like A, just a simple letter, and align it to the center. Cool. We've got our first letter container. So let's make that a prefab. To do so, we are going to select the project window, open the prefabs folder again, drag the letter container and drop it in the prefabs folder. Now that we've got our prefab letter container, in the next session, we are going to see how we can set up our words containers. And yeah, let's do that.